That was really awesome. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, they're listening now, so I suppose we
Sorry.
better transition. Hello, everybody. Welcome to
Hi.
JTOG episode 19. Ivan, by the skin of his teeth, has made it.
Shoo! That I have a lot of things that happened since I got out of work at 1 p.m. I ran here, changed clothes, went running, went home, got a shower, ate, and while I was coming here, the people from the trash company, I don't know, how do you call the people that picks up your trash?
Garbage company, trash company. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, the trash company. They called me that the containers that I asked for in August were ready in my door now.
Oh, good. Lucky. Good. August.
Like, yeah, on the last Sunday I came with my van and got the van full of trash and had to take it to the containers in other places of the city.
So, were those for the old premises? Those rubbish?
No. I asked when I moved here, I could not use the city containers anymore.
Okay.
This is an industrial area, and you have to have, like, I've asked, and they have 7 different containers only for plastic.
Wow.
Meanwhile, in my home, we have only 1.
Yeah.
But when you're an industrial company, they ask you to separate the film, hard plastic, soft plastic, stretching plastic, packing plastic. All the plastics have different containers. So I could not throw the trash away anymore.
Okay.
So I had to pay for containers.
Nice.
So I say, okay, I will ask the company. And I did fill the forms and call them. And until today, we are the 10th of December, since the 13th of August that I moved here, like 5 months to get the containers.
Wow. Okay.
That's called Spanish efficiency. When you have a company where their workers they cannot lose their jobs for keeping companies like 5 months without containers, that's what
Okay.
happens.
Well, I'm glad you've got your rubbish containers.
It has its upsides. Sorry, what?
I'm glad you've got them now.
Oh yeah, and I haven't paid for them since August too.
Well, why would you? You haven't had them.
Yeah. And they did bring the containers because they started charging me for them last Thursday. They sent me the first invoice, and then I emailed them saying, like, there is no way that I'm going to pay you if you don't pick up my trash.
Yeah, of course.
So it's harder to deal with the bureaucracy of me fighting their invoice for them than what it is for them to call one of their delivery men to bring the containers.
Of course. In this case, you've got the upper hand.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's see. Go. No. Tell me. Finish the story.
No, I was going to say that it's. I could make them work a bit, and they didn't want to do that.
Okay. All right. Well.
That was my upper hand.
Very good. Because they don't like work.
Yeah, no
liking work. All right, we're going to say hello to some people in the chat. Teresa, some dude named JT, and that other guy. We've got Brian, who's doing the kid run. We've got Thierry. Now, Thierry, is it Thierry or Terry? Because I saw you write a tweet the other day saying it was Terry. So I'd hate to be calling you Thierry incorrectly. Graphite. I'm doing that because Thierry will take a little while to respond. Graphite, POY 3D, print it yourself. Guzner is here. Who else we got? Wellbot made it. Fantastic. Joe Paddock, how are you all? Red Light's here. That would have been a good joke, Teresa. But I'm not listening to you anymore after your tweet today that made me Google something. Very unfriendly.
I've just diagonally read that, and I realized that I didn't want to know.
No, don't Google. Don't Google unless you want rubber or plastic male appendages appearing in your streams. We have Jake from State Farm, but it's not Jake. What's Jake from State Farm's actual name? I don't think it's Jake. Mr. Buttram, hello, hello.
Hello.
Did I get an answer from Thierry? No.
No, I think he muted.
Matt, there you go. I knew it wasn't Jake.
He's only here to see our faces. He doesn't mind about what we
right,
say.
Thierry's saying it's the way his parents say it, but Terry is what most people say. Okay. He's happy with not theory. No worries. Yes, print it yourself. It has been a while since you've been able to attend. I did say well, but didn't I? Yes. Yes, I did.
I'm taking attendance note here.
Oh, good, good. Yes.
Well,
actually, this is. I'm going to say this is probably our most live views. Not overall all views, but live views.
11?
I don't know. I have to close the Firefox window and just keep the chat open.
It says in YouTube it says 11.
Okay. Good. Well, 11's better than 10.
Oh yeah, and we are 5 away from 100 subscribers.
Yes, I did see. I did see. Well, so speaking of numbers, let me just quickly...
7. 1048.
Yes, they are in fact numbers. You are correct. I'm going to show this because this is our positive trend. So this is our view history of the last 19 episodes. Now, obviously, there was a slight gap there where I was in hospital and you were visiting hospital. But other than that, look, we're doing well. This is exciting.
We had the podcast co-host best synchronization strike ever because we got unable to do the podcast at the exact same time.
Yes.
Nobody does that. They have to be very, very good for that.
Oh yeah, to get that pattern with such regularity. Look at that.
Yes.
Beautiful little spikes. Anyway.
Yes.
That's just me talking crap. Just for, something else new and interesting. James is here, Sonic Alchemy. Does that make 12? Brian's actually coming back.
14.
No,
14.
Get out. 14.
14.
Well, funnily enough, my knock-knock joke to you today was going to be knock-knock.
Who's there?
Woo.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! We got 14 viewers. Anyway, let me write that one down. You like that one?
Oh yes.
Okay, so in reality, we had a bit of a call out for never let the machines win. Yes, indeed. Welcome. We had a call out for. Oh, look at this. Nice. There you go. We had a call.
It's my tip. Sorry.
No, go.
Keep it.
No, keep talking.
We have to have we need 2 counters. One for every time that I interrupt you.
There's an idea, and I'll change the. I'll put the numbers up because I've now our names are now controlled by text files. So, for example, I can go here. The incredible save. Now it may not fit under you. There you go, and my capital N is there. But I've now configured Mr. Whatchamacallit, OBS to be using text files rather than anything else. So an active counter would actually be a thing. Right. What I was going to speak about, and we may have a special guest tonight. A guest that we've all seen before or met before on the show, but Brian might be joining us later. Funny. Yep. No, funny was good. What is TNNN whatever that letter is?
I need a mirror.
Okay, we put a call out for Christmas based. Oh, forget that. I want one more question for you. How's your greenhouse going?
17.6 degrees. I did switch on the heater for 2 minutes when I arrived while I was setting up the. It's off now. But this is the best thing ever.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
My electricity bill is already lower.
Good. So it was completely worth the effort.
Oh yes.
I love it when things work. Like you do something and it pays results, pays dividends.
How did it say George Pepper in English when at the end of the 18 episodes? Like, because in Spanish it's like, I love when the plans.
I love it when a plan comes together. Is that what?
Yeah. In Spanish is me encanta que los planes salgan bien. Yeah.
Okay. If the chat can correct us if we're wrong or I'm wrong, because it won't be you.
That's flan. Do you know what a flan is?
A what? A flan? A flan is a pastry, a dessert.
Yeah. In Spanish there is a T-shirt with a joke that says, "I love when the flans come together."
Ah, very good. Yes.
With a photograph of a flan.
Of course. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Now he needs vodka. Graffit suggests you need vodka.
No, I don't. No. I fell on an alcohol pot when I was a kid, and since then I don't need to drink to be like this.
Ah, okay. Very good. All right. We put a call out for Christmas-based 3D prints. Numero uno, Graffit in the chat. We have a very nice model from Bugman 140. I missed that. I'll have to look at that in slow-mo later. So this is Graffit's print. Very nice, very nice.
Is that 3D printed?
Yeah. Yes. This is why we're showing it, Ivan. You understand the concept of what we're doing.
But it could be like filament hand.
No, not woven. No. That was a print.
Yeah.
Absolutely, that was a print.
Okay. Then it's really Graphite. Could you put me on the screen, please?
Yes, hold on. I will do that. I'll put you only. Would you want you only?
Yeah, me only, please.
Oh well, la-di-da. As soon as I get my mouse there, Ivan only. There you go. Go for it.
Graphite, I need you to come to my workshop and tune my printers, please. Yes, in my case, that will be like a fishing net. It's over. The message is over. Thank you.
Very good. Switch to here. Switch to here. Switch to there. Thierry did a couple of submissions actually, if I could press the button correctly. So this one was a failed print, even though it looks pretty good. I had to ask where the file was. When I first saw it, it was on a small screen. So there's a giant Lego man, but just under his head you can see a little artifact sort of there. And my understanding is that he stuck a soldering iron through it.
Is that a multicolored print?
I would suggest it's multiple prints in different colors as opposed to a single print, because there was talk of glue.
Gluing together.
Yeah,
okay.
There was talk of glue.
Okay,
So
I need to read.
that one. Bart, the 3D print man, who isn't with us tonight, did a filament fill, but in a Santa. He remodeled it with a Santa hat and a little.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool. Next one. I'm going to skip that for a moment. Another Thierry Dieu. We have.
Yay!
This is a calendar-based one, I'm imagining, given that it's got numbers for days and dates.
Printed in the only color.
Printer in what?
In the only color.
Yes, red. The only color. I understand. China red filament. Is EL Products Chuck? I think that's Chuck Hellebuck. Thierry, can you confirm,
Yeah,
please?
yeah, 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 yeah.
EL
Yes,
Products? I'm pretty sure it is.
yes, 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 yes. Yes, he
Yes?
is.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, James, I imagine Bart would be in the eSun chat. You can tell him that we're on if you want. Oh, it's Chep's model. Right. Thank you. Alrighty. Where are we? Where's my mouse? There's my mouse. This one was Yiri. Let me have a look at it. There's a Thingiverse model. I didn't should. Oh, actually, yes, not a bad picture there. 16. Really? Wow. Okay. So there's a yes. So there's a Christmas print from Yuri. There's a Thingiverse link there. That's the actual print.
So he found that the model was blue on Thingiverse, and he did print it in the exact same blue.
Well, it's his model, so he can do whatever he likes.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah. So it's not Thingiverse.
Yes.
It's not Thingiverse blue.
No, but when you upload it to Thingiverse models the parts that exact blue.
I completely understand. Do you have anything on Thingiverse?
No. I have things in my. I think I have a few things in my website.
Yep.
But not on Thingiverse.
Okay. This is Martin, 3DP Iceland. So this little one, he printed this in a clear vase mode print, but dropped in the light while it was printing. So he printed it. He sealed the light in.
Oh. So when the batteries ran out.
I don't believe he has any form of close contact Qi charging or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
Pet Qi.
Yeah, that's a nice challenge.
Can you?
Like,
can the audience hear that? They should. I think they should be able to hear it.
I hear something in the background. I see. I hear myself.
No, it's finished. Yeah, I'll do it again. I want to know because it should be on.
But I think it could be possible to place an inductive charging pad in the bottom.
That's what I'm thinking. Like a Qi charger. Yeah, hang on. I'll do a.
So it.
There you go. Do your hand gestures. Squirrel.
Okay.
Nice.
And they didn't see this.
No, they didn't.
Okay. Like you could put an inductive charging pad, like one that is made for phones.
Yeah.
Inside, then allow the print to go over it so it doesn't move, and when it is a little bit higher, like connect the wires and place the light inside with a battery.
Of course.
And then finish the print.
Yeah. Well, you could already have a connector on the wires. So literally like a small what's the JST or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Only polite hand gestures. Yes, correct.
I did that once, placing my GoPro in a USB battery inside the print while I was printing. So the print finished over the GoPro.
Yeah.
And people started to freak out, like, how did you get the GoPro out? Like, the part was hollow in the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay. The camera was on the glass.
Yeah,
so once you remove the part from the printer.
But the other answer is you'd break the print. That's how you get it out.
Oh yeah.
It's not rocket science. You break the print.
Oh, no.
you get a spatula and you stab it.
And yeah, but I answered another question because the bed was at 60 degrees, and the question was my USB battery and my camera would be able to withstand 60 degrees for like a day and a half? Yes.
And yes.
Yes.
Brain science, I think, is the word you're looking for, Teresa. Brian is yes, stab it until it cracks. Yep. Bryan is here. Bryan, do you want to try and ring in? I'm going to put us to the intro. Actually, I'm going to put us to the end screen while Bryan tries to ring in. So this will be interesting. I'm gonna mute us. So everyone just hold tight. End stream 18. Wow, that's exciting. All right, shush, Ivan. Shush, they're listening. I'm telling you now, they're listening. And the Siamese twins are back. That wasn't actually too bad at all. Welcome, Bryan.
Hello.
You guys have just got to stop having fun. All right, Bryan, your head's offset. Please,
Yeah,
please remove your head. That's it.
Please, yeah. Bryan, the offset your head.
Yeah.
Please.
No, wrong way. There we go.
Let's see if chat's happy about that. Maya Makes is here.
Hey!
Jeff Slater is here. It's all happening. Double squirrel. All right, what's the number? Ivan's writing a number. Come on. What's the number? Hang on. Before you show it. Oh, I can't show Ivan only now because Bryan's with you. All right. Yep. 19. Yay! 19. Woohoo!
Yeah. Oh. Wait.
18. Okay. Stop. You're depressing me. All right. So we were talking about Martin's print, 3DP Iceland, and we were talking about inductive charging and how it's potentially... Is that a stroop waffle? Bryan's got a stroop waffle. He's stuffed in it. Look at him. Look. There we go. All right. Back to anti-squirrel. So that was pretty clever with Martin.
I didn't know that this was possible.
No? Eating on camera? Hey, what am I going to eat? There's nothing for me to eat here. All right. Come on. Let's back to the task at hand. Next one. All right. So Martin, which is Brit Hawks, has modelled this particular design. Now that's pretty fancy with some LEDs on it. There's the parts.
Yay!
So fully printed, back to the original. All right.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty damn cool.
I like that.
Yeah. Well,
I wonder how will it look in red?
It would look magnificent. What I can do...
It would look somewhat red.
What I can do is show you what it looks like in silver. Because someone else printed in silver.
Yay!
So that's 3D print tech.
That's a nice table.
There's some detail.
Wow.
I like that.
I'm the worst person in the world at tuning. Like, people ask me for my profiles. Like, compared to this, my profiles are horrible.
You want to see my profile?
Yes, there's Bryan's profile. But you print boxes. You print geometric shapes with
yes,
primitive shapes removed, holes, bolts, whatever. You don't have
Yes.
anything smooth like that. You don't need
Oh.
to perfect. You
No,
know.
no. The only measure that I apply to my parts is that if they are strong enough,
Yeah, of course.
are thick enough, like have they enough infill. Like my trade-off is always strength versus printing time.
Exactly. Like I printed
And
it.
I'm not talking about like people say, like 2 hours or more or 2 hours less. I'm saying that the other day I was preparing a print, and the first time that I loaded on Simplify, it was 186 hours,
Yep.
and it ended up being 38
Okay.
because I didn't have much more time.
So
But my ideal time would have been 186 hours of printing.
what's the difference between 186 and 38? What changes did you make? What you went from
Two things.
point what to what and
No, from all point two, but
Really?
the
Okay.
first, yeah. You will see because tomorrow there is going to be an extra video,
okay.
and it's on that video. And the original print was 186. The second print was 38. So the first attempt was 186, which I didn't print.
Yep.
The second one was 38, which I print.
Infill.
Are you okay, Brian?
I'm okay, but my stroopwafel just sank to the bottom of my coffee.
Oh,
No.
that's just terrible.
It's gone.
You know, Brian, this is going to be funny for you. You know, Taps, the song.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I play that with my wife at home when we are folding the sheets, the bed sheets.
Oh, I'm glad you said bed sheets because I don't fold my sheets.
Only if they're too long.
Yeah, that's right. With a plunger. Wellbot's funny. Droop waffle.
Lost in translation. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Droop waffle. Dear.
Where was I?
I don't know, but
You were right there.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
say hello to how I do it. That's what I'm gonna
Hello.
say. All right, back.
Yeah, like the view count, the people watching is going down now. I will be quick. The 38 print, I started it. It failed because something happened. What happened?
Yeah, it stopped.
No,
It
but
broke.
something it failed. It failed for some reason that I cannot remember now.
Well, it wasn't cap tubes, was it?
No. It wasn't cap tubes. Something happened. I don't remember. And then I had to redesign from the 186 to the 38. It went from like 60% infill to 15% infill, from 6 exterior layers to 2 or to 3. And in the third attempt, I had less than a day, so I had to do the print in 21 hours. So I reduced in the model the width of the walls, the bottom, and everything. And I got like as a part so flimsy that if you want, if you want, I can show you the project next week because I cannot show it.
Yeah,
yet.
I understand.
And I can show you like if with one finger I can destroy the entire project.
Okay.
Pressing it with one finger,
But
the entire robot.
But we won't tell anybody.
That's Ivan's super strength.
We won't tell anybody.
No. Okay.
You done? Squirrel. Yep, there we go. I knew the squirrel was coming. Okay.
Squirrel.
So we've done a couple of the particular prints. So switcheroo. Das Mia. Mia did this gem. This one is a David Shorey inspired. Does everybody know David Shorey or Shorey Designs? He does the printing on the fabric for cosplayers. He does dragon scales and
dragon scales,
and hexagons and all sorts of other great stuff. So I think this was 3 layers on the bottom. Then the fabric was held down or clipped down over the top of the 3 layers in between a pause, so there was pause. The fabric was put down, and then the remaining 3 layers were printed on top. So
Ooh.
it's a pretty cool technique. She actually did show this on our eSun group, so that's how I know how it was done. But boy, oh boy, does it look good! It's really quite spectacular. Yeah, there's some goodness for you. Who else is in the list? Well, that one's not a Christmassy one, so let's go back to the Christmassy theme. There's one particular one that I jumped over for a specific reason. This one.
Yay!
Yay!
I recognize that.
Yes, Brian, would you like to tell us all about this?
Okay. What would you like to know?
Okay, so firstly, for Ivan's benefit, in what program did you design this wonderful masterpiece?
Why, this wonderful masterpiece was designed entirely in Tinkercad.
Yay!
Very good.
Tinkercad.
Even the gears. There's actually a shape generator called Useful Gear, and it lives up to its name.
Yeah,
Have you seen?
I'm going to go. I will find that while you guys are chatting. But do you want to explain what this is, how it came about, and why it's happening now? I know all those answers, by the way. But
You did your research.
well, you know, Brian and I chat periodically.
not like you and me.
Yeah, you've abandoned me.
I've seen resentment in that phrase. Yes.
Yeah. Hang on a second. Let me grab the thing too, because I've got pieces and parts and stuff too.
All right. Well, what we'll do?
Nice shirt.
I'm going to put you on. I can't put you on full screen, but I can share you with Ivan. So you can have a larger portion of the screen.
Ooh.
There you go.
Hey, it's Ivan and me. Okay, so anyway, I've worked with Josh, Alien 3D, on projects in the past, and the other one that I worked on with him that had a bunch of gears was the drift cycle. So that was one where he had a small DC motor driving a gear that was supposed to turn the rear wheel of this two-wheel contraption fast enough to basically make it spin out and not particularly go anywhere, and you know, do like a drift racer where the back end slides around a bunch.
Yep.
And there was a problem with that in that the gearing wasn't working well. So I sat down in Tinkercad using that useful gear again, and with my limited knowledge of gearing, and that limited knowledge is essentially this: if you have an input shaft with a small gear and an output shaft connected to a large gear, the large gear will spin smaller, or it'll spin slower, so you can get a gear reduction. And using that principle, I've got about 3 layers of gear reduction on this, so that when that the little gear motor unit that comes with the kit is spinning things around, this final output arm is going nice and slow, and that output arm is actually driving a set of planetary gears inside this ring here, which itself is toothed around the edge.
Yep.
So all of those gears spin around, and each one of those gears has 2 magnets on it. So the magnets are on the underside of the platform, or the ice rink.
Yep. And
then the little skaters have just a little metal washer glued to the bottom of them, and so they follow around on they follow the magnets around, and they kind of do that cool pattern that you could see in the video.
Absolutely. So what I'll do is I'll just switch to your actual tweet where you actually said what was going on. There's the bits. So there is your design, which is bloody awesome. Doesn't matter.
Thank you.
It doesn't matter that you used a plug-in or a. I've gone blank on the terminology for Tinkercad. Believe it or not.
Shape generator.
Shape generator is the word I'm looking for. It doesn't matter that you used a shape generator to achieve the goal. You achieved the goal within the tool set, and that's the final thing. And of course, we've now seen. You can see, obviously, here. There's bits underneath the gears and so forth, which is fine. It's an ice rink. It's translucent, which is perfect for the thing. But so how did it come about? Like literally, whose idea? Why an ice rink?
Why,
Well,
Bryan?
that was
Why?
why answer me now. But that was actually Josh's idea. He wanted to do an ice rink as the project for the December Alien 3D UFO box.
Oh, okay, right.
So he was like, I want to do this thing, but I don't know how to do it. So I sat and thought for a minute. I thought, well, what about planetary gears? Because they spin around and they make a neat little pattern as they go. And then we could have magnets on those and have, just either a magnet on the other side or a metallic object, so that the skaters would be that, either the secondary magnet or the metallic object to kind of skate around on top of it. So the original idea of having the skating rink, that was Josh.
Okay.
And then the concept of having the planetary gears move them around was mine. And he's got an artist that he uses for doing some of his artwork on his projects, and so he got her to draw the little skater figures as well.
So the skater figures literally just have a washer in the base.
Yeah, there's a small plastic piece, just a little rectangle that's got two little plastic walls that stick up.
Yep.
Center myself. There we go. And you cut the figures out of they're basically printed on a business card.
Yeah. Okay.
You cut them out of that, and they just slot right into that.
Okay. Cool.
And then you glue a washer to the underside of that little assembly.
All right. Well, now that it's been explained, I'm going to play it again. So people then, oops, if I click on the right screen. There is a mechanical noise that may not be heard by the audience because it's quite low.
That would probably be a good thing. Although my daughter does say that it sounds like a little blizzard. It sounds like a little blizzard.
Yeah, it's not horrible at all. It's very good. I like it, and which is why I said, "Hey, do you want to join?" So you do a much better job of explaining it than I. All right, back to where we were. I got a couple other things. Scrolly. All right, Thierry once again hogging the channel as always, which is not a problem. This is Fab365. They're print-in-place robots. I've done a couple of these myself. I haven't done the Bender one, which is a bit disappointing, but they are, if anyone hasn't seen these before, that's printed in one piece. They actually print flat, and it might be worth me just switching to Fab365. Hate that with Mr. Bloody... open a new window. 20, says the countdown man, or count up man. That's another one of their... There we go. So their designs literally are out flat, and you fold them. That's a K9.
I've been wanting to purchase and print that K9 model.
I've done a couple, not the K9. I did the original Will Robinson Danger robot.
Robot B9.
B9, yep. And there's another one. There's K9. There's Thierry's again. There's the Snowman. We'll watch for a few seconds. It goes for quite a while.
I noticed that when they print these, they tend to print them on rafts.
I haven't.
Everybody else.
Yeah, I haven't done.
Yeah, everybody else that prints them just prints them straight on the bed.
Yeah. Foldy. And then all the bits snap together. The head locks on. You can see slots in the head there. That presses down. They actually click and they lock. His head can spin.
Which filament is that one?
It's a white one, and it's a brown one, and it's an orange one. I don't know, and it's a black one and a red one.
Because if you do that if you bend it like that in PLA, it will break.
Oh no, that's PLA. That'll be PLA for sure. I've done all mine in PLA.
And it doesn't break when you bend it?
Not once. If you undo it and redo it, if you're going to do this, it's going to break. Oh, and also if you drop them, they break.
Oh. How do you know?
because I dropped one
Do
on
you
the
have direct experience?
on the kitchen tiles. I dropped it, and it just bits went everywhere, which made
I'd
me.
rather print another one than swapping a tile in the floor.
Yes, absolutely. Although these prints are like 15, 17 hours, something like that. But
So what?
yeah, well, exactly. So what? You hit start and you hit, you know, you're done.
You come back a day later.
Yeah, exactly.
Cross your fingers so a fire doesn't happen. And...
Correct. Exactly. Yeah. Well, it's not an ANET A8, is it? How's that project going, Brian? Brian, what's happening with that project?
Well,
Oh yeah.
Hang on. Let me
me
switch you here.
Well, so
Bye,
far, I have managed to acquire an AVR ISP thing. So hopefully I'll be able to get some firmware on there.
Ah, okay.
That's about as far as it's gotten, apart from me putting a C magnet sheet on the bed.
Yep.
Because I second print, I destroyed the masking tape that was on it. So, but it's working. It's working just as a regular printer right now.
Do you know, Brian, that you can do ISP programming with a regular Arduino straight away using the ISP pins from one Arduino to another? You can flash the bootloader on it.
Yeah, the only Arduino that I've got is like a little Nano from like a decade ago. So I don't know if it's got the required pins on it.
From a decade ago.
No, literally. Actually, it's longer than it's like 12 or 13 years old.
Did it exist then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about the size of like a 28-pin DIP IC.
Yeah.
From back in the old days, when men were men and the chips actually had legs on them and could walk around.
Yeah.
I started using big microcontrollers, and I always bought the biggest one that I could grab because those were the easier to solder.
Yeah.
And they also stab your fingers.
Yes.
Man, I didn't do much, but I did some stabbing.
Yeah.
I've been stabbed more than once by an IC pin.
Yeah. I think anyone that has worked ever with one of those has been stabbed.
I've never been stabbed by an SMD.
It's kind of hard to.
Yeah, unless you get the corner and you jab it in.
The first SMD chips had their legs, like instead of being pins, they had their legs like bent up like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you could still stab yourself with those.
Yeah.
Back in the 80s when the SMD chips were just kind of first coming out, I had seen a couple of circuit boards that had those, and so as an experiment, at the time I was etching my own boards. You know, you'd go to Radio Shack and buy the copper clad boards and the resist pins and stuff like that, and you could make your own boards. So I would do that, and just as an experiment, I was doing something with a 555 timer IC, and I just grabbed some pliers and curled the legs under and held it down and soldered them, so I didn't have to actually drill any holes in the board. So that was kind of fun.
Yeah, 555, blinky blinky.
Timer.
Exactly.
Graphit's gone. Chris Lee, welcome. Ewan Todd. How are the pics going, Ewan? I've been following you on Twitter. Filament Frenzy bought some pics, I know that. So the pics now, he's got as push out or breakout from business card size sort of print. Ian's here. G'day, Ian. How are you? IR Blinks.
Hi.
Hello.
Ewan's up top, squirrel where. Okay, that's it. All right, I got a couple more things to show.
Back to whatever.
Yeah, back to whatever.
And now back to our show.
Okay, Dusmia again. Filament samples from Esun. She made this little beauty. So she basically got all the colours, as one does. And these
and used them.
Yeah, well, as you can tell by the recess sort of through there, this is a pause, and the multicolours on the side. You can definitely tell that this is not a single multicolour MMU type print. It's a pause and swap, or equivalent.
Ooh.
But bloody good result.
Yes.
For samples. I think they were only 5-meter samples too, which is good. I don't know how big that is, but it's still very impressive. It seems to be raining in the background there. That's why the rainbow. So that's pretty cool.
So very appropriate. Very
Yes.
appropriate.
Yes,
You have to know how to take photographs of your model.
Absolutely. Okay, this one I haven't actually read yet, but Graffit said nominated for comment of the year. So, because until now they took all the photos from the sides. What was this relating to? let me have a look.
I know.
It's a photograph that Adrian Boyer posted the picture of that building in China.
Yep.
And he asked why isn't that the most famous building on earth? And I did post that because
now I understand.
My response was much later than that, and I simply said I do not have the answer to that question.
Donut, of course you said donut. And we're back around. So
I'm wondering how many jokes do I miss because of the translation?
Oh, heaps, heaps. But you
yes.
get used to Bryan.
Because I was thinking, what a lame answer. Like I don't have the answer to that question.
Yeah.
If you didn't say anything, I would have missed that.
Yes. So I'm very helpful.
Oh yes.
Translator extraordinaire.
Jokes
are us. What else have we been up to? I'm going to show some stuff next week. I think there were some tweets I put out today about stuff. I've got another package arriving tomorrow, I think, which is the expected package, but it's left. Although I won't get it tomorrow. That would have been the pallet, but it hasn't.
This.
Go.
Yeah. You have. Yeah. No, I was saying that. Like this Friday video, my Friday video.
Yes.
Is going to be 6 hours earlier.
Oh.
That's
not
6 hours long. Yeah, exactly. Here,
No,
here's a 186-hour print that I've time-lapsed down to 6 hours.
But I'm planning a future 24-hour-long stream.
Okay.
You will see. I'm already planning it. But this video will be 6 hours earlier because I'm doing a collab and we'll have simultaneous upload.
Very good. Very good.
With who? With who?
We can't tell us. You can't tell us yet.
I cannot.
Oh, exactly. Hey, Ricky Tanner.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
Cliffhanger.
What's the count? Ivan, do you have a score sheet for us?
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
you sound sad. 18. 18's good. We like 18.
What are we counting anyway?
Concurrent viewers.
Oh.
How many times a squirrel runs? How many times a squirrel runs behind my head? Actually, I'm going to see if I can get a squirrel animation to run across the screen.
No, this thing that I'm doing is cheaper than buying a graphic designer.
Yeah, squirrel. Yes. Mr. Buttram says 19. That's good.
Oh yeah, 19. Where's my 19? I have one.
19. Okay, already good.
Yes. Oh, I almost subscribed to PewDiePie.
You almost subscribed.
I am not, but subscribe to PewDiePie.
So
yeah.
What? Okay. What's the motivation for telling us? There's got to be a backstory. Tell us why.
Yes, there is.
Yes.
There is no way that you don't know the backstory. Like you know that PewDiePie is the #1 YouTuber by subscriber count right now.
By subscriber count, yes,
wait.
okay.
You know who?
Yeah. The Nazi lover.
Oh.
I'm only joking.
Yes.
I'm joking. Yes. Calm down.
No, be serious. Come to this channel for the. How do you say polemica in English?
Squirrel.
No. I'm missing something here. Well, the thing is that he's about to lose his first position to T-Series, an Indian movie channel, and they are about to catch him. And people have been trying to get people to subscribe to PewDiePie, so he doesn't lose the first position. Last month, he gained 5 million subscribers in a month.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's.
Well,
last month I gained like 50 subscribers.
I think we got 10. But you know who gets the most revenue from YouTube?
YouTube.
Who?
Sorry. Who are the highest earners, creators in YouTube? There's a 7-year-old boy who does toy reviews. He unboxes toys. I think it was $22 million or something he made. Like last
That's
week.
his college fund.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Just
It's a dark,
insanity.
very dark world. Yes.
You know, cats are more exciting. And dogs and cute little
Dogs.
little, you know, other animals. 8 minutes, Ivan. What else has been happening? You've hardly spoken, mate. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened. The last Friday's episode, the door.
Yes.
Garage
Yes.
door.
The door.
I know it was a pretty hard episode to watch, and I did put on that one. It's one of the episodes that got me the most work and workout and everything, because I'm not used to do that, and I didn't plan on how I was going to record it. So all the shots that I have is from one corner, from the camera on the tripod.
Yep.
So you cannot see anything that I'm doing. Just
No other
hints
projects.
about.
Yep. Ivan's secret builds.
Oh yeah, there were parts on the printers all the time for 4 different projects.
Yep.
And people started asking in Patreon and on the comments, what were those prints about? But I cannot tell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct, Walter. Welcome.
Hi,
Yes,
Walter.
that is Bryan
Hey.
Vines. You well picked. Wellbot. I wear pretty much the same thing every day. Always a black shirt. I had to get a headshot done for work, and I said, "Do you want a collar or no collar?" And they said, "Doesn't matter." And I said, "Okay, cool." So I went in and I had both, and they said, "Oh, you're wearing black?" And I said, "It's the only color shirt I have." Literally, even my only dress shirt that I wear is black.
I think in this era of media and cameras and everything, it would be much more convenient to dress always on chroma green.
Yeah, that would freak people out.
Like I will send you my photograph in chroma green.
Yep.
Put everything, whatever you need on top of my shirt.
Yeah, we can do paisley on you or whatever.
Yeah.
Closet goth. No, not really.
What is pacing? What is
Closed goth. Yeah, I knew what closet. I actually read it as closet goth. That's it. We're Walter. Jeez, no one can spell Walter. Sorry, no one can type Walter. Ricky Tanner can. James failed miserably. How I do it failed miserably.
For what?
Spelling
They
Walter.
were all in a rush.
Yeah, exactly.
They wanted to be the first to type.
Walter. I'm not picking on anyone. I think it's hilarious that out of 3 Walter references, there are 2 typos. I'm the worst
Well, the
at
funny
typing.
thing is most of the time when I try to type Walter, I end up typing Walker, and then I have to back over it just because my fingers are doing that.
Yeah. Understand. Well, Walter, James.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
Yeah.
James has an excuse. Speech to text. That's good.
Speech to text.
Yeah.
I could try that. It will be funny.
Oh, imagine.
Google sometimes gets me.
Really?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
Other times it's a bit like I had once enabled automatic subtitles for my videos.
Boy, how'd that go?
And people started commenting like the funniest thing is to watch him with the subtitles on because there was no single word match in the entire video.
Oh, wow. I actually have to do some transcription of some video content I'm be recording for work, and we're looking at Dragon Speak and all those sorts of other things. Google Docs does recording and typing. It does voice to speech, voice to text. Sorry, speech to text. So Google Docs has
Does it do a good job?
Yeah, it was really good. There's a special menu that you got to go to. So you open a default document, and then you go to one of the menus and choose speech to text or whatever, and it works really well. I've tried with different microphones. I've even recorded something on the phone and held the phone near a microphone. Works fine.
Have you tried your really expensive microphone?
I did. I actually did try my really expensive. It's not that expensive. It was less than a couple $100. That's expensive in the scheme of things. I could buy a printer for that amount of money. But yes, I did try that. Yeah, it was really interesting. Because I was Googling, for solutions to my potential problem, and because I'll be doing screen records of me verbalizing what I'm doing, I don't want to type that shit. So I thought, well, let's find something that will do the transcription for me, and it works.
The first voice to text software that I used was from IBM, the IBM Via Voice. Do you know it?
No.
It was like in my 486, like a
back
PC.
in the late 1990s, right?
Yes, on my first computer, and it took like maybe 2 or 3 hours of training. Like you had to start talking to it so he could learn how you said things until he could like you are doing, like listen to me lots and lots of times until you can get what I'm saying, not what comes out of my mouth, but context, my face, like.
Indeed.
Just like that. Yes. And I have a coming project with this. Not a sponsor, I think. Maybe they are, but not a sponsor.
See, Ricky Tanner.
This is a really big one.
It is a big one. So you need a
10
texter
for comparison.
You need a texter. I'm not saying anything.
Wow.
Texter,
What?
sorry, texter, permanent marker. Texter,
Oh, yeah.
Texter is a brand in Australia.
Oh, I was like, what?
Yeah, permanent marker. Edding.
Not a sponsor. Maybe a sponsor.
So, do you only need one, Ivan? Says me, knowing full well what the project is.
No.
Oh, okay.
I will need more than one.
Ah, very good.
Oh.
Okay. Well, you do.
And 2 and 3 and
you
4.
do have 10 fingers and thumbs, where you make the attachments for little gloves. No.
I'm losing you.
Edward, permanent marker hands.
Ivan marker hands.
Yeah, that's it.
Ivan, yeah, like. Oh.
Jeff Slater's got a valid point. That's not red. The texture is black, or the marker is black.
Oh, yes, it is. I will have to make everything on my videos chroma green now.
And then, but how are you going to get
whatever you want?
How are you going to make the texture? The curvature. If it's just a flat panel, we'll have to put something clever in, with motion tracking and. Wow, you like making stuff hard, don't you?
Yes.
Yes, of course. Robbie Mack, g'day. I think you've come just at the right time for us to say goodbye.
Yes. Squirrel cups.
Goodbye, Robbie Mack.
Yeah, bye, Robbie Mack.
Yeah, thanks for that. We're debating whether or not Ivan can do speech to text using any sort of a tool.
We should do a tradition where whenever Robbie Mack appears, we leave.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Like the show ends there. Like there is no way that Robbie Mack is going to see the show live.
Harsh but true.
Uh,
Are you done? Like, do you have to go? Like right now?
No, today not. Today I can stay a little bit more.
Okay.
Just in case there is something. We are not going to do this long unnecessarily. Like,
No.
If there is nothing that we need to do, there is nothing that we need to say, there is nothing to show anymore, and people doesn't want to say anything else on the chat, and there is nothing that we want to share between us, and there is nothing from Twitter that we want to show, there is nothing from other videos that we want to comment. There is no need to make this long unnecessarily. We can end right here. There is
Oh my goodness!
long, like,
2 hours later.
Yeah, exactly. I should get that graphic.
what? What?
Yeah, yes, you
I
good?
think you were talking about graphic, not graphic.
No, not graphic. No. Tom, I think Tom's gone. Tom
Okay.
may have already gone. But that's right. No, I don't have anything else. I think we covered pretty much everything in the browser tabs that I was showing earlier. Thank you, Brian, for explaining what was going on with the ice rink.
Thank you.
Very good. Thanks
Thank
for joining
you
us.
inviting.
The transition from 2 people to 3 people was pretty seamless, to be honest.
Yes.
Wellbot, yeah, nothing exciting till tomorrow, except it is tomorrow. Ivan, move your head. Ivan, yeah, that way. Look at these boys. We'll get them separated eventually. Oh, that eye movement, that's terrifying. All right, thank you one and all. Appreciate what's going. Hey, do we have a challenge for next week? What's next week?
Yes, print something inside of other prints. Print something. Put something inside your prints.
Okay.
Print something with something inside.
Okay.
I printed something in base mode. It has air inside. Does that count?
No, because you didn't put it there.
Boom!
Oh, permanent marker drop. Print on fabric. Yeah, well, it is something that I want to do, but I've got. Yes.
I need fabric.
Wellbot did print a print with a print inside the print, but he cheated. He's got a resin printer. It's a bit easier, and he has got some nice new tools now that he can. Oh, Maya makes. You're as bad as Teresa. He's got some nice little tools now for snipping the little filaments inside. I don't think filament's the right word. Sprue would be the word I use to separate the objects inside his prints. Yeah, go on, Wellbot. Give us a print inside a print. Do a cube inside a sphere, please. Yes, Teresa is an influencer.
And
that's why I'm always sick of you, because you're influenza.
Boom!
I'm hanging around with Brian too much, obviously. Printception, correct?
Printception. Yes, Printception.
That's
yes.
what I'll call it on Twitter.
How on earth did you put it on the chat instead of saying it live? You are with us here.
Because
he's doing chat. He's doing chat.
You have to interrupt. We are 3 people, and each one of us is one extreme of the. Like, we are very far apart. You have to interrupt.
How I do it? Does multiple perimeters count? No, only if you can do two perimeters on a vase mode, because that was discussed today. I think it was today or yesterday, and there was some healthy debate that basically said no, you cannot do a 2 perimeter vase.
The thing that is the thing that is inside the print cannot be naturally happening, cannot be air, and cannot be anything 3D printed.
No, it has to be 3D printed, but separate. It has to be separatable.
Oh, no. I'm talking about...
Oh, dropping objects in. What about putting an 8mm nut, an M8 inside something to screw? Does that count? So you pause the print, you drop the nut in, and you seal it in. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Or you can fill something full of sand or something to add as a
you can
weight.
make a shaker.
Yes.
A musical instrument. Yes, how I do it, magnets, nuts, etc. That would work.
Yes.
Magnets. Combine the two.
Magnets.
Yes.
Magnets.
You drop the nut in. Yep, that's nuts. All right. Squirrels like nuts. Goodbye. That's it. We're done. We done? Brian, thank you. Ivan, thank you. Everybody, thank you. JTalk 20 next week. Prints inside print. Sorry, not prints inside prints. Objects inside prints.
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 Okay.
Objects inside
Objects
prints.
inside prints.
Prinception.
But it's, so it's not quite printception.
But
No, it's
air,
not.
air molecules don't count.
Nope. Nope. Solid object.
That already happening doesn't count.
Solid object. Or
Parts don't count.
Yep. No, farts don't count, Maya. All right, transitioning away. End stream. Transition. All right, guys, be quiet because we're still live. Shush.
Shush.
Shush. Shush. Thanks, everyone.